ब्रिटेन के पहले हिंदू प्रधानमंत्री का चुनाव ऐतिहासिक पल है. It's a big day for the United Kingdom. We have a new Prime Minister. UK-India relations have been deepening and growing very fast since we left the European Union. Britain के पहले हिंदू प्रधानमंत्री का चुनाव ऐतिहासिक पल है. It's a big day for the United Kingdom. We have a new Prime Minister. That Prime Minister is young. His grandparents came from India, his parents from East Africa, and he's a Hindu. This is a sign of the different United Kingdom which there is today compared to the country which I grew up in, or my grandfather, who was here in India fighting for the Indian Army, would have known as well. So it is quite a different country, and it's a big day to mark that. UK-India relations have been deepening and growing very fast since we left the European Union. That was the course set by Prime Minister Johnson with Prime Minister Modi through the roadmap and the comprehensive strategic partnership, followed through by Liz Truss, who talked to Prime Minister Modi when she became Prime Minister. And we'll see what happens, but I would expect this government to pursue the same course as well.
So talking about the priorities for the new Prime Minister of UK, economy would certainly be the top on his agenda. How do you think that boosting trade between UK and India will give a flick to the British economy?
Prime Minister Rishi Sunak made clear that the economy was going to be a top priority when he stood on the steps of Downing Street a short while ago. Growing the economy, you can do that through many ways, but one is trade and investment. India is a big investor into the UK. UK is a big investor into India. We want to double trade by 2030. A free trade agreement is an excellent way of doing that. And it's a long way to get to a free trade agreement. We've walked through the foothills, we've gone up the valley, we've got to base camp, and now we need to do the short and sharp ascent. And I think both countries are determined to try and reach the summit.
Sir, the free trade agreement, like you mentioned, was supposed to be done by Diwali. Do you see the new government giving a renewed push to the free trade agreement?
As ever, it takes two to tango. I think both governments, I expect, will be determined to try and get on with the free trade agreement. In fact, the negotiations have been going hard for just under a year. That's quite a short time for a free trade agreement, but there is a prize in sight, which is a strengthening of employment and growth in both countries, and I think that's what both Prime Ministers will want to achieve.